Hey everyone, it's Brendan with BC Labs, and we're back. So I actually caught wind of a new app on the Quest store that I've been wanting to try out. It's called SuperScreen. I've seen a bit of buzz about it in some of the groups I'm in for the Quest 3, as well as a couple notifications on the store. It's currently only through App Lab, but that hasn't stopped me in the past. It is $5.99, so about $6, at least here in the US. So a little on the discounted side. And it's supposed to, as far as I understand, be something kind of like Big Screen or Skybox. It's mostly a video player. It does, of course, let you view local videos on your Quest. So if you already have loaded up some DVDs or Blu-rays onto your Quest, you'll be able to watch those. It does have support for SBS 3D video. It also has a single screen remote desktop streaming that you actually can stream from the client. This client is also used for the remote file share option. So the PC streamer app is pretty basic. It lets you select the resolution you're streaming at, but it only seems to offer 1080p and 720p. I don't know if that has something to do with my setup, but I am streaming directly from a router to my Quest and land to the router from my PC, so that seems unlikely. It lets you select a file system to share. It only seems to let me select one, which is kind of odd. Maybe there's some options there that I'm missing. So you can just select the high-level folder. It is worth noting that depending on the media you're streaming, it's possible, like an older DVD or something like that, you might not even have the resolution or not be losing that much on resolution. But if you have a recent Blu-ray or 3D video, I could see that kind of being limiting. Overall, for a paid app, it kind of feels bare bones in some places and somewhat polished in others. But you can definitely tell that it belongs in App Lab at the moment, but it's promising. So in terms of true cons, the 1080p and 720p streaming cap is one of those. File share is set up on the PC side, and it seems to require that the PC can access that network share, which in most cases won't be a problem, but if you're switching between setups or you're on the go, you'd think it would be able to, maybe set up a VPN or something like that to connect to your computer back home, like some kind of Plex solution. So, I don't know. It seemed a little limiting there, and the UI only seemed to let me select one folder and whatever subfolders. Desktop streaming felt a little laggy and a bit stuttery. I did try Rocket League, or at least a little bit, but I somehow reset my settings, so I was just on the title screen. And I wasn't uber impressed, I'll be honest. But this app is also not being touted as a virtual desktop competitor. So I tempered my expectations there. It also isn't social focused like Big Screen, which is a plus and a minus. It's also not free like Big Screen, but I've read that Big Screen is lacking in some of their streaming areas. I'm not a major video streamer to my headset. I do it for PCVR, and I've watched a few videos in it. But in general, that's not my, area of expertise. So I'm sure there are nuances that I don't pick up on as readily. The experience felt very polished here. The quality you could notice, though, the limitation. But yeah, there's other options like Skybox VR, which I've heard good things about. I'm planning on trying that here pretty soon if I can get some movies that I'd like to see on here. But yeah, I heard a bit about the SuperScreen app, and I just wanted to give it a go and see what the chatter was about. And so far, it seems like a pretty good start. It does have some pretty cool environments, actually. Not necessarily the most of any, streaming solution. Some of these other apps have better environments and more of them, but I was pleased. I felt like they were well done, and they definitely gave different vibes for each one of them. I always like space-themed areas, and I think there's about 3 of them. That was pretty cool. Anyway, I think that's all I have for this video. I just wanted to give a quick rundown of this app, especially because I went through a lot of remote desktop clients, especially those geared towards productivity, and I figured I'd branch out a little bit into video streaming. I'll have to give Skybox a test and do a little bit of a comparison and just kind of see what else is out there. Because, you know, it's starting to become contentious as far as I can tell. There's becoming more and more video players on the Quest. And at a certain point, that becomes a tight competition. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.